Street Fighter 6 is a very volatile fighting game. You can look at this cast right now and you clearly know if you play Street Fighter 6 what characters are on the top and what characters are on the bottom and what characters are pretty good in the, in the maybe A+ genre of a tier list. Welcome to today's video. Today we will be discussing one thing that you have to buff on each character. Now, this even includes characters like JP, Luke, Ken, DJ. There's one thing to buff because in my opinion, to make a good fighting game when it comes to a balance patch is you take the characters who are maybe overperforming, you nerf some stuff, but at the same time, you don't want to gut a character completely because then people will just jump to the next top tier. You want to nerf and then buff something. So today, this video, we're talking about the one thing that we hope to see buffed in the balance patch, assuming everything else gets fucking nerfed into the ground. If you do like this video, please comment down below, leave a like, subscribe, small content creator, and this video does well. Let's say if this video gets 10 likes, we will do a one thing to nerf on each character, and even characters like Manon and Lily are gonna have to take some nerfs on the chin. All right, first off, everybody's favorite boy, the Sand Blaster himself, going beast mode in the bed. What would I buff on Luke? Now, Luke is a character that I play. What would I personally buff on Luke? Would be the Avenger move. Now, if you don't know what the Avenger move is, that is when Luke does quarter circle forward kick, where he does his little shimmy towards you. And if you press punch, he does the tackle. And if you press kick, he does the overhead flip. Now, what I would mostly buff would be the EX version or the OD version of the run. Why is it when you spend meter for the OD version, you're like -7, -8 on the tackle? Obviously, the overhead can be punchable because that's kind of a risk reward. But I feel like the OD Adventure also doesn't have armor until like frame 4 or 5. Like it's like a weird conglomerate of it's supposed to go through projectiles. That's the point. But if you do it too early, you lose the armor because the armor is only for a little window and you can't get the tackle. Or if you do it too late, it'll catch your startup frames and then you'll get hit and then you lose 2 bars. So either make it plus, or not plus, but like -2 on save because you are spending meter. I believe if you spend meter in any fighting game, you should be safe, right? But, depending on the move. I mean, like, I'm not saying like OD DP should like be safe. That's not what I'm saying. But certain moves, enhance, should change the properties. Or make it so whereas armor frame 1. Jamie, what I would buff on Jamie, this is kind of tough. I was really thinking about it, but I already think they're gonna do something with his drink mechanic, or I think maybe his drink mechanic is exactly how Capcom wants it. Very similar to Luke, Jamie's anti-projectile move where he breakdances across the floor and twerks on your ass is very bad and very slow, and if you do it on reaction, the opponent can punish you. It seems very weird that you have an anti-projectile move that you never use and mind you, majority of these characters have fireballs. Aki, Rashid, Dalsum, Chun-Li, Ken, Guile, Ryu, DJ, Juri, JP, Luke. What is that? 11 characters out of 20 characters? 11 out of 20 characters have fireballs. I don't know if it would work against Juri's because her goes across the floor. But if the cast has fireballs and you have an anti-fireball move that you just cannot use, I feel like that is the one thing that they should definitely buff on Jamie. Of course, if they touch other stuff. Manon, my favorite girl. Oh my, look at that. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Manon's the sexiest woman. Oh, fuck. Okay. Focus. Stand down. Focus. Manon, the one thing I would say would be make her crouching medium kick special cancelable. Hey, man. The fact that she doesn't have any special cancelable lows is kind of shitty. In a game where pokes are very potent, where, once again, a lot of the cast can throw out a button from far range and then DI into it. I mean, even a character like her crouching medium kick, just comparing it to DJ's, that I feel like those should have been swapped. And I don't know if I'm wrong, But DJ's crouching medium kick knocking you down as DJ being like a hybrid zone or rushdown versus the grappler's crouching medium kick not really fucking doing much. I feel like if they would have gave either Manon's crouching medium kick special cancelable properties and or have it knocked down like DJ's, I think it would just make her low game better. Now, she does have a decent low game in the form of her, you know, little spin across the floor. But once again, if you block that, now you're susceptible to damage when you're trying to just do a 50-50 guess. God, dude, I really just can't stop looking at her fucking ass. I'm so sorry. I have a girlfriend. Hopefully, nobody told my girlfriend that I'm fucking getting rock hard from a pixel. Okay, next. Stay focused. Focus. Kimberly. What would I buff on Kimberly? I would make it to where her DP is EX or not. I would make it to where her EX DP is invincible again. I think it was invincible during the beta, and then they took it out during beta 2, I believe. I think in beta 1 it was invincible, and then beta 2 it was no longer invincible. Or in the betas it was invincible, and in the main game now it's not invincible. I don't understand the point of having a DP that's not EX invincible. I feel like it's such a good tool to have, and of course there's risk reward, right? It's not like having an invincible DP is just gonna win you the game, because if it gets blocked, now you're gonna eat 75% from Marissa, you know. So it's very weird that they took it out. I think she should definitely have it, especially because her reversal level 2 kind of sucks. So her only reversal is level 1, and I mean, if you're baiting out a DP, you're gonna bait out a level 1 anyway, but now you don't have to waste your meter. So I think having an invulnerable EXDP would make Kimberly better. Marissa, right? So thinking about what to do with Marissa, I was like, Marissa has a lot of good stuff, right? Marissa has a lot of good damage. She has a lot of, her anti-fireball tool is really good. You know, her command grab goes out really fast. Her armor move comes out really fast. So when I was thinking of Marissa, I was like, what would make Marissa a little bit better? And what I think it would have a better drive rush. I know what you're thinking. Marissa's already on your ass, but I feel like since she's so fucking muscular and big, you know, she has a lot of power in her legs because them shits are fucking tree trunks. Like if we just click on her, like look at them shits, man. Look at them shits. You're telling me she can't fucking shoot across the screen? I think giving her a better drive rush would really open her up to a lot more options because she doesn't have a fireball. But, you know, then again, she doesn't have an anti-projectile move. So, I mean, Marissa's one of those characters where, like, what do you buff on Marissa versus, like, what do you nerf upon other characters? Like, what's stopping her from being top 5 in the game, right? It's I think it's a lot of closing the gap. I think if you have her have a better drive rush, she can close the gap on JPs. If she has a better drive rush, maybe perfect pairing Blanca balls and then drive rush again will make it a lot better. So I just think for Marissa, I think having a better drive rush is what you would think. Of course, if you play Marissa, comment down below the one thing you would do. Lily. So once again, Lily is in the same boat as Kimberly, right? Where Lily doesn't have a invulnerable DP. But then I thought to myself, that would be really boring if I gave the same buff to 2 characters. So what I'm thinking, and this might sound fucking crazy, I'm thinking you buff Lily's movement speed. Lily is a very small, agile character, right? Who's supposed to have the wind spirit. As you see right now on the screen, she's jumping around. She's constantly moving. So it's weird in game. She's just like a fucking turtle walking at you. She has really good range with her normals. So I think if she was able to shimmy better and then whiff punish you, it would make her game plan a lot better. Now, she is like a pseudo grappler because she does have a command grab. But at the same time, that's like calling Soul Bad Guy a grappler because he has a command grab. I feel like her game plan isn't really revolved around the command grab. Of course, they can't put you in a 50-50 situation. But, I mean, Marissa has a command grab, right? Kimberly has a command grab. JP has a command grab. Cammy has a command grab. Honda has a command grab. Like, all these characters have command grabs. Aki has a command grab. It doesn't make him grappler. So I think the fact that people think that she's a grappler is what is kind of bad for the character, because she does a lot better if you just whiff punish normals, wind spire, condor spire, whichever one's fucking called, build a wind stock, and then go in, you know, and then able to go in. So I would buff Lily's movement speed. She can shimmy better, hit you with the fucking clogs. Boop. I think that, personally, that's what I think. Jay Pizzle, man. What the fuck do you buff on this guy, right? That's so crazy to think that this man, like, what would Capcom buff? So let's say they nerf everything that's already good into the ground. What would you buff on JP? This was the toughest one to think about. I really just rattled my brain around. I was like, okay, it can't be like Marissa because his drive rush is good. His reversal is good. His normals are good. His walk speed seems pretty good. His, you know, his supers are all pretty good. Like, what do you buff on JP? Like, this character has everything. So I was really wondering, like, what do you buff? He has really good jump-ins. And, you know, so when I made this series, I was like, what do you fucking buff on this guy, man? Truly, what do you buff on this guy? And the thing that I would say maybe you buff is his projectiles. And I know that might sound crazy, right? I know that might sound crazy, but only the EX projectiles. I think the normal projectiles should still be able to dash through and drive rush through, but I feel like EX projectiles should have a hitbox right away. Because once again, just to be fair, I don't think this is going to happen, but if I had to choose, the one thing it would be is EX projectiles, the ghosts that come out, have a hitbox the entire way. You cannot drive rush through them. That's it. That's it. I said it. I said what we should buff on JP. That's the only thing I could muster would be his EX projectiles have a better hitbox. I hope they nerf this fucker into the ground. Jury, what do you buff on Jury? Once again, Jury's another character where they have really good throw game. They have a really good dash. They have a really good driver. They have a really good crouching medium. They have a dive kick that's really good. It has corner carry. They have a level 2 install. They have a level 1 reversal. They have a good level 3. So it's like, what do you buff on Jury? A lot of these characters, man, it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. I would maybe buff her stock. This could be the first time I do something. Let me verify something when it comes to Jury. Because the buff I'm gonna say, I did not fact check because I'm bad at the game. But let me verify something. Let me verify something with Jury. The first time I'm verifying, just so I don't look stupid. Let's see. Okay, I think if you do EX, you should get 2 stocks. That's all I'm thinking. That's all I'm saying. That's the only thing I can think of, is if you do the EX, you get 2 stocks. Her game plan revolves around the stocks. I think if you do EX, you get 2 stocks. Very similar how with Jamie, if you do EX Palm, you can get 2 drinks. If it lands, I think that should be 2 stocks. I don't know, right? Because it doesn't. I don't know. That's the only thing I would buff on Jury. Would be her EX gives you 2 stocks. That's it. That's it. Everybody calm down. DJ. What would you buff on the character with the best drive rush? One of the best. Make his level 1 invincible, I guess. That's the only thing I would say. He needs to do level 2. Make his level 1 invincible. I think it's pretty standard to have a level 1 that's invincible. I think it's very weird to not have a level 1 that's invincible, and you have to do his level 2. I don't know why Capcom did it. I think having certain things consistent with characters is what makes a fighting game better. Versus games where, okay, DJ's level 1 and Dawson's level 1 aren't invincible. Everybody else is in the fucking game is invincible. Now I gotta remember that. Right? Like, that doesn't really do shit for matchup knowledge checks. And I think I think having a level 1 that's invincible, maybe take away, oh, no nerfs. No nerfs. I was gonna say make his level 1 invincible. Everything else, I can fucking nerf this character into the goddamn ground. Cammy, what do you buff on Cammy? Dude, this entire row is just good characters. Isn't that crazy? The third row is just good fucking characters that you have to just think about, like, what the fuck do you buff on these people? What do you buff? I would say with Cammy, this might sound crazy. I think her heavy kick should pop up more. Luke's standing heavy kick on punish counter pops him straight up in the fucking air, and then you can land a DP or something. I think Cammy's heavy kick should pop him more up diagonally, and then you can get a little spin. Or maybe even a level 3. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Right? Consistency, like I said, consistency is what I enjoy. So if one character has it, it would make sense if another character could get it, but not if they do get it, if that makes sense. So if Cammy's heavy kick punish counters, because it's a long range move that puts you in a bad situation, I would say that her heavy kick pops them up more, and then you love life. That's all I'm thinking. That's all I'm saying. That's all I can say. Ryu. Deep breath, Ryu. Ryu, wake your fucking ass up, old man. Wake your fucking ass up when I'm talking. What would you buff on Ryu? I would say what they should do is they should make Ryu's Tatsu more like Ken's. I think Ryu's Tatsu should have more corner carry. Depending on the version. I think like heavy Tatsu maybe like goes through the person, but like medium Tatsu doesn't go through the person, right? Because this fucker's Tatsu and this fucker's Tatsu are like so goddamn different. I mean, even Kimberly's fucking heavy Tatsu throws your ass in the corner. So I feel like he has the worst Tatsu in the game. And if you block it, you fucking just like lose, and it's very bad. So I think the medium version of the Tatsu or the heavy or the OD version, I think a version of it should have corner carry. E Honda. What should E Honda have? Right? This is kind of tough. Because once again, Honda's an annoying character. Nowhere near top tier. Definitely annoying. I feel like... It would have to do with his butt slam or his headbutt, right? Because that's his game plan, is butt slam or headbutt. So what do you buff about? If you had to choose one to buff, which one would you buff? And it's very hard on what you would buff. I would say buff butt slam. I don't know how, right? I don't know how you would buff it, because it's a pretty decent move. I do not know how you would buff it. Maybe it has more of a... Maybe to where you can't... Oh, you know what it is? Buff butt slam to where you have to DP it or perfect parry. I think beating butt slam with a normal... With Luke, you can just do crouching heavy punch. I think beating butt slam with a normal is not okay. I think you would have to DP... parry or perfect parry, right? It makes the character a little bit more deadly. Chips away. I think his whole game plan is to chip away at your drive gauge. So, in the fact that you can just punch him out of it, I don't like that. So, yeah, I'm going to say buff butt slam to have the hitbox lower or his hurt box higher. Maybe keep the hitbox the same, but put his hurt box higher to where he can't trade with people punching. Blanca, give him 5 Blanca chains again. I don't know why they got rid of the 5 Blanca chains. Maybe give him 4 Blanca chains, or maybe give him a way to replenish the Blanca chains. I think the Blanca chain, dude, this motherfucker's lats are ginormous, dude. Holy shit. Looks like me when I'm at the gym. I think his Blanca chains should be his primary way. Like, that's like his whole thing. You know, Luke, you need to do the perfects. Jamie, you need the drinks. Manon, you need the medals. Lily, you need the win class stocks. Jury, you might need the stocks. And I feel like at Blanca, you don't need to use a Blanca Chan. Why the fuck does it exist? I think they should just buff the Blanca Chans if they're gonna nerf other shit and make it to where you need to use Blanca Chan in order to actually utilize the character fully. So yeah, buff Blanca Chance. Guile. This motherfucker. Wake your ass up, Guile. Holy fuck. Dude, you old heads, man. You fucking old heads. Wake up. What would I buff about Guile? Oh. This might sound crazy. No, that wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense. I was gonna say make his sweep one hit unless you commit to the two like Jamie. I was gonna say make the... You're saying doesn't his taunt give him Blanca dolls? Yeah, exactly. He has to fucking do... But I'm saying he has to do a taunt. Kimberly does that animation where she fucking quickly does this, and then if she fucking does EX, she just immediately pulls out fucking spray cans out of her asshole. Right? So, him having to physically do a taunt where he has to juggle the Blanca chance versus a character that could just EX, boop, and I got my fucking can setup back is very weird. I feel like his Blanca chance should be as important as Kimberly's cans in the corner. Alright, back to Guile. I would say, personally, I would say make it to where if you did sweep, you only do one sweep, and then if you hit sweep again, you do two sweeps. Very similar to Jamie. I think the Guile's already a good character, but this is things we have to buff. I don't want to touch any of his other fucking godlike normals. Definitely not fucking touching Sobot Kick. I think his sweep maybe leaves you in a fucking guessing game. However, if you commit to the second sweep, clearly you're going to get fucking super punished, and the first sweep could just be like -8 or some shit. -8, -10. Something that can still just get punished if the person's paying attention, but the second sweep can be like super fucking punished. Very similar to Jamie. Dalsum.
Allow yoga to guide you.
Dalsum. What would Dalsum do? Once again, I don't want to do the same. Like, I gave DJ a reversible level 1. I don't want Dalsum. I don't want to give Dalsum the same with a reversible level 1. What I would say they should buff on Dalsum, and this might sound crazy, they should make an EX version. Do they not already? Once again, let me verify. Do they not already? They don't have an EX version of his dive kick, right? They don't have an EX version of his dive kick? Or the headbutt? No. Yeah, I think there should be an EX version of this dive kick. I think if you want spend meter to be safe on block, not plus, but at least safe on block, I would agree to that. Or the headbutt to be safe. If you spend 2 bars, I think you should be able to be safe. That's what I'm thinking. Once again, this Dalsum has a lot of good shit, so like giving him something else is very interesting, but this is all because they're probably gonna nerf other shit on the character, possibly. So once again, if they nerf Dalsum's Fireball in level 2, but now he's in the EX dive kick, right? It balances out the character. Zangief. They give this motherfucker his Street Fighter 5 flex back. Or Green Hand, obviously. Everybody wants Green Hand back. Oh my god, look at me, guys. I'm so cool. I play Street Fighter 4. I know about Green Hand. I think as the other grapplers, technically will include Lily. Projectile invincible move with her EX Spire. He doesn't have a projectile invincible move. So I would hope to, he gets his fucking V skill back. He can just flex, walk forward, take gray damage on his health, walk at you, only have it be projectile, and only have it be upper body invincible, right? I think that's how it was in Street Fighter 5. Only upper body invincible, and then Jury's now his bad matchup, right? Jury's Fireball set low. So yeah, give him a move that can walk forward while he eats the shit out of projectiles. Chun-Li, wake up, man! God!
Show you the power of my kung fu.
God, dude, Chun-Li got fucking... She's nowhere, dude. Manon's just way fucking hotter, man. Manon is just way fucking hotter. Let me just look at Manon. Put Manon over there for the horny boys at home. This is Twitch artistic nudity. Chun-Li. What would I buff on Chun-Li? Fuck, dude. She's another character that's like, it's really good. Fuck. Maybe make her stance better. If they're going to nerf her normals, make it to where she has to use her stances. Right? So let's say they nerf Heavy Punch, which they already did. Obviously, into Street Fighter 6 is nowhere near Street Fighter 5. Let's say they nerf Crouching Medium Kick. Just make her stance better, right? Make her a legit stance character. We get to pay attention to her stances. I don't like the idea that you can do a stance and then grab. I think that's kind of stupid. I think if you do the stance, you should be committed, like Ken with Jinrai kicks. Ken can't just do Jinrai kick into fucking grab. It's like Jinrai kick, animation over, and then he can grab you. You're saying Chun-Li got thicker thighs? I mean, you're not wrong. But Manon has a better ass. And like a better face and a better upper body. And look at that shit, dude. You're telling me, like, thick thighs, man. I mean, her thighs are so fucking thick. Like, if she wraps her legs behind you, you're gonna nut inside of her. Like, you can't, like, she's gonna lock you down. Like, she's gonna be your baby mama. She's gonna be your baby mama. Like, she's gonna fucking lock them shits behind your back. She's gonna say, congrats on her fucking kid. We're gonna name him goddamn Ryu Jr. And you're fucked. There's nothing you can do. Alright, Ken. Fuck this character. What would I buff on Ken? Delete him. Haha. Hate this character. What the fuck do you buff on this bozo? He also has everything Luke has, but better. No, he doesn't. Luke has Crouching Medium Punch. Shut the fuck up. Also, I never noticed Ken has his fucking black belt on his arm. Has that always been there? Can somebody confirm? Has that black belt always been on his arm? I've never fucking noticed. Is that a hot fix? Is that a fucking hot fix?
Smart choice.
Dude, I have never seen that a day in my life. I am not lying to you guys right now. This is no bait. This is no bait. Ken. I'm lost. He doesn't have like a bad special move. Jinrai kicks is good. Dragon Lash is good. His fireball is one of the best in the game. His DP is one of the best in the game. His normals are really good. What the fuck would you buff on Ken? This is where it gets tough, man. I thought JP was tough. Dude, I don't know, man. I honestly just don't know. Like, am I being a coward right now by saying I don't know? Maybe make his level 2 do more damage or some shit. Like, I don't fucking know. I was gonna go with that. Make his level 2 do more damage. Or his level 1 do more damage. Make one of the level 1 to level 2 do like fucking 17 more damage. That's what Ken gets 17 damage. Rashid, make it to where his EX fucking, I would say make it to where his goddamn anti-airs are better in general. Buff Rashid's anti-airs. If he's like the king of the sky, that's like his whole fucking gimmick is jumping around and doing shit. He should be able to anti-air people better. Easy. Aki. I think they should buff her projectile speed. I think her projectiles are kind of dog shit. And they should buff the projectile speed to maybe match Ken's. Because I think hers is like very fucking slow. It's very easy to block. And her whole thing is about poison, right? And this is the whole thing about like poison. So I think like having that shit actually be able to apply poison more should be what you. So I think having the projectile just be better is better. But yeah, so I mean that's the end of the video. That's everything I would buff. If you disagree, comment down below. But that's everything that I would buff on every character. One thing, assuming the other shit that's already good is gonna get slightly nerfed. This is to balance people out. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Remember, this video gets 10 likes. will do a one thing I would nerf on everybody, and I hope to see y'all again in that video. See ya.